Yo, what's up, fam? What's up? I just want to stop by real quick just to say, do you know how special you are? Like, do you know the soul you contain, how powerful you are? Like, if you knew how powerful you were, oh man, you wouldn't stand for half the things you stand for. See, this matrix wants to drain you of your essence. It wants to push you in the direction of opposition. In other words, it wants to take you in the direction in which you actually oppose. You don't want to go that way, but things just seem to keep taking you that way and falling that way. It does that so that it can manipulate your energy and drain your energy, but you are so special. You are a light that sits on a hill in a dark country. You can't be hid. You are who you are. As we head toward this 5-5 portal, this portal of change, this frequency that is going to hit us all in a flash, like it's going to be powerful, because the CME from the sun, from the solar, has already burst out. It's been coming. For some of us, we've been picking up this change, and for others, you're going to start really getting it, here on the 5th to around the 7th. It's going to start just hitting you, and life is going to start changing, and you're going to really see how you have to become something so different, something so much more than you ever thought you were. Because to be it, you have to see it. And once you see it, you want to be it. You want to become it. This is why Christ is always coming. My bad. We went a little too deep on that one. Wow. Another look. Anyway, it's getting like that because it's coming a time where we all about to have to start abstaining. So that's kind of just bringing me to the point, man. That's wild. But this is a special time, though, where we are able to sit with ourselves and become very comfortable with the inner child. And having done the inner child work, we now move on to the inner teenager. And after we finish the inner teenager work, of course, we become the divine adult. We're able to be in union with ourselves. We're able to be in union with others. You know, it's a process. You know, there's levels to this thing. It's a process. You know, you don't just wake up and say, I'm a divine masculine or divine feminine and look for your union. You know, you're going to have to go through some cleansing. You're going to have to go through some change. So right now, the ones that have done the work, the ones that have went through the change and have accepted it and let go, you know, they are now coming into union with their destinies. You know, it's almost like the judgment has been rendered, and, you know, you're going to get what you deserve. For better or for worse, you're going to get what you deserve. It's just real like that. You know, I know sugarcoating it, but we all are going through this washing machine experience. We're all being cleansed and, you know, sorted out and sorted through. And, you know, we have returning to us the very things that we lost in the fires of past lives. And, you know, we're learning that time is something that can be manipulated. You know, we're ascending to such a higher frequency that we have forgotten where we come from almost. And of course we shouldn't do that. We should stay anchored and grounded in what we know to be, who we know ourselves to be. We should stay anchored and grounded into that. But we've come so far, we've almost forgotten what it felt like to be in those traumatic experiences. We just remember we went through them, and we use them as anchor points to validate our existence, in this realm, and in the circumstances of this realm, I should say. But now we are becoming validated into the higher dimensions. We are accessing the higher self on a daily basis, not just a meditative basis. When we once had to go into the closet and meditate for hours to obtain a certain level of intellect, of divine knowledge, so to speak, now we're going to be able to access that because we're constantly connected to the higher self, to the highest aspects of ourselves. So this 5-5 portal, man, is changing some stuff. We're about to get accelerated. And these eclipses, man, I'm telling you, next year, I'm so excited. Like, I was excited for spring this year, for April, for this time of year. I was so excited because this was the dawning of the divine masculine. Like, we were going to start to awaken, and we were going to be way more present, in the world, and you were going to start hearing these terms. And I mean, the unions, are starting to pop up, these mythological love affairs, these mythological beings that you've heard of, right? These mythological lovers is what I'm trying to say. They're back. They're here. Mic drop. They're here. And they're here for a purpose, because when they come into union, the frequency of this whole realm changes. It's done. I'm telling you, it's going to be different. It changes. And that's why a lot of the assault has been against the divine masculine and the divine feminine, like the divine couple, the divine pairing. A lot of it has been against them to stop them from coming into union, because once they do, a huge part of prophecy clicks in. But yeah, I digress a lot on that one. But anyway, this portal is changing so much for us, as we are now able to stay connected to the higher self. Like, when we link in with it, we're linked in with it. Like, the work that you have done. I'm trying to simplify. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it. My bad if I am. But the work that you have done, like, we are at a point, a save point. A save point, like in a video game, where you've gotten to a certain level or to a certain place in the game, and now you can save it, so that if you have to quit the game, you come back and you're at that level. That's where we're at right now. We've done this before. That's why you are, aware of yourself now. You're aware of your past lives now, because we've done this before. We've left markers before in previous lives where we set markers. And these were save points where we would come back to, so that if we ever had to quit the game, or, you lost your life or something like that, you reincarnate, you come back, and you pick up at your soul growth level that you're at. You don't lose your soul growth, because it's a soul game. But we're at that point. We're at one of those points. It's so integral. Think about it. An eclipse on 5-5. 5, the number of change. 10, the number of new beginnings. 1, you, the self-growth. These numbers are all speaking to your mindset, to your mainframe. They are codes. They're activating you, whether you realize it or not. Everybody want to get really, really deep and mystical with them, but they're really activation codes. The activation codes for the part that is being simulated. But like I said, I digress again. My bad, yo. My bad. My bad. But we are now at that part of the soul journey where we get to hit save. Click, save, and the little wheel starts spinning. And what we are able to save, we're able to maintain. So think about all that you know right now. Think about how much you've grown. Think about how many things you have transcended. Now, think about it if you're not able to maintain your physical existence over the next 165 years, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Next 165 years. But if you can maintain your physical existence over the next 165 years to see the change that is going to take place and be one of the elders like we used to do back in the day when we used to live, 400-500 revolutions of the sun, when we used to live like that. And the elders were in councils, You couldn't be as young as 40 years old to be in these councils, You had to be up there. You had to have lived some revolutions and seen some change. So it's like when we live like that, when the Nagas were represented, when all of our different cultures were represented and we were here together as one and we were meeting together as one, this realm was different. We have the opportunity to do that again. And we're going to do it because it's being done right now. As the old is passing away and the new is coming, the new is what was. See, there's nothing new under the sun. What was will be again. And we were here in the last golden age. We did usher humanity into this age. We are, quote unquote, the Elohim. A lot of the ones that are reaching this frequency of this frequency in this ascension, in this little pocket of ascension that we're in right now, if you're reaching these higher frequencies to where you are understanding that you are avatar, if you're understanding that your soul has so much power in it, if you're understanding that you're here clearing DNA, that you are manifesting life and life more abundantly because you're raising the Christos within, the crystal energy within, the Kundalini fire energy. If you're understanding this, you're walking this walk, you're talking this talk, then you have the opportunity to keep your physical existence alive, to see it, to see the change. The 165 years. Because it's going to be amazing. And believe you me, some of us are going to do it. See, some of us are called to quote unquote meet Christ in the air. Some will not see death. And they'll walk into the golden age too. They'll walk into the new life also. See, the golden age, like a lot of people, I don't know what they like kind of imagine, because I've heard all kind of different stuff, but I know what I have seen. There's no hunger. There's no poverty. There ain't no kids hungry. Like, I get emotional about this, y'all, because it's such a pure love that flows in humanity. And it's so real because all it takes is a decision. All it takes is choices to be made by humans to say, hey, I'm done with the old way. Like, I understand what it takes to give things up. See, there's nothing constant in this world but change. That's the only thing you can count on. Things are going to change, right? And from the time I can remember, things have just constantly changed in my life, and I've had to let things go, from being in foster care from the age of 5, being molested, being, just a lot. Just a lot. Multiple marriages, divorces, all of these different forms of consciousness I have inhabited. All of these different versions of myself that I've given my energy to willingly. Now, those different versions of myself are serving me. They're serving you. Your different versions are serving you. You just got to put them to work. See, no fear, no doubt. Don't fear how the world is changing and what they're saying, man. I'm telling you, you're the inheritors. And it's like all they got is fear tactics now. Some of y'all are straight up chiefs, man. Some of y'all, like, there are people waiting on y'all to wake up to y'all full potential, to your vibrational level, where you become magnetic, where that divine feminine and divine masculine are making love within you, and they are creating a love child. They're creating a Christ within you, and that divine father and that divine mother within you is nurturing that seed within you, and it rises. All this happens within you. And when that crown, that corona is crowned, the corona is crowned, when it is set in its place, when that crown chakra is set in its place at the proper frequency, 144, blasting out. The union is going to happen. I'm going somewhere totally different than I even wanted to go, but you know what? Let's go there. The unions, they are so intricate. Like shout out to all my divine femmes. Like, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all have paved the way for divine masculines to walk in. Shout out to all my divine femmes, because you were the ones building this thing in the beginning, like making the platforms for us to walk into and be able to be the structure, hold the structure, display it. Like the divine feminines, man, y'all did y'all job, y'all did y'all thing. And I promise you the divine masculines are going to do their thing. They're going to rise. They're going to be aware and awake. And they're going to walk right into the very things that you have created for them. With your maternal instinct, you created it. This is what life, this is what a lot of our lives were teaching us as divine masculines, how to ask for help, how to actually humble ourselves, to say we need someone. And even though we can do it on our own, that wasn't the point. The point is, why do you want to? Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you want that helpmate, but instead of getting the helpmate, you're getting that help enemy. They helping the enemy instead of being your friend, man. They breaking you down. You know what I'm talking about. You instead of being built up to a level of ascension, to a level where you're ready to come forward or explode because you've built your pressure up, you've built your level up, your energy up. Instead of that, you found it wasting. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Divine masculine, shout out to divine femmes, man. When y'all walk, like I've seen it, when y'all walk into you all's unions, man, it's going to be so beautiful. Like the way heaven was described, the streets will be paved with gold, because it's going to be your golden age. And if it's your golden age, and to continue, if it's your golden age, and the ones who've been waiting on you, they see you in your golden age, they want to obtain their golden age, they're going to start striving for that. The way showers will be showing the way to the golden age. That's how special. That's how special you light workers are. What you're working the light. What are you working the light for? Everybody be like, I'm a light worker. What are you working the light for? What are you working with light for? Let me help you all out. You're working with the light because you are shining it in darkness. You're showing the light where the darkness is. You're exposing the darkness for what it is. And then you're bringing the light to it. So the things that were hidden in the shadows, shadow work, is now being exposed by the light. Light work. Which is bringing you into a hue man being, a hue, a color spectrum, a light being. So work that light. Work those different spectrums of harmonic vibration. Be all that you can be. Because there's a part of me and you, and a part of you and me. See, we are one. No matter what, man, no matter what you think, no matter what you told, we are one. At this point, we are one. The wheat is with the tares. Do you understand? The wheat is with the tares. And it'll all be harvested together. then it will be separated. We are one. We're here doing this together. So get the hate out your heart. The race is not for race. Get out of these color wars that the wannabe controllers have you in. Get out of the color wars. The race is not a race of skin color. It's a race of species. It's about your species. The human species, they want you obsolete. The human, they want your potential taken from you. They want it gone. Do you understand? It ain't about race as in skin color. That's a psyop. It's a psyop. Y'all better listen. It's a psyop. The human race, the human species, you are a race of beings. And you're racing back to source. You're coming to completion in source. And there's other species and beings that don't want you to do it. We've already accomplished it. We've already done it. We've already made the change. Even with all their dark magic and all their dark lies and all that, we already made the change. We've already done it. It's happening. The timelines have changed. They can hit the CERN button all they want, trying to change all of the change time and space by changing the molecular structures, by attempting to mess with nanoparticles, all sorts of. Just know, y'all. Be loyal and true. We on a journey. We're on a journey. And we may have got caught up for a little bit. But we back on it. Trust me, we back on it. And we're gonna be all right. So, shout out to y'all, to my divine femmes. Shout out to my divine masculines. Doing the work, letting the ego go. Preparing yourselves to be the structures of society. Shout out to y'all, man. It's been real. It has been real. These last 10, 12 years, my goodness. You're talking about some death and rebirth cycles. Not seeing everything clearly, but yet seeing everything. It's been real. But like I said, we are progressing as a whole. We're progressing as a whole. We are the ones we've been waiting on, y'all. We are the ones we've been waiting on. I love y'all. Live in harmony and bliss. Live in harmony and bliss. That's what I want to say. Live in harmony and bliss. But no, there is something else I want to say. My bad. Live in harmony and bliss. But wait, one more thing. As this eclipse happens on 5/5, right? As we go through this, and this starts a whole new gateway leading us into 2024, leading us to 24, where the conclusion of what began in 2017, there will be a conclusion of what began in 2017, and I'm gonna do a vid on this, on the X, on the way that the eclipses are happening, right? But this is starting This portal, this gateway is opening now, and it is taking us to 2024, and we have a window of opportunity of no return. Like everything that we've accomplished, we get to save it, and this is the point of no return. Like everything we've worked and we've gained, we get to keep it. So if you feel so inclined, great time to start fasting, great time to start cleansing your mind, your body from anything, abstaining from sex, making sure you don't ejaculate, to my divine masculines, make sure that you're keeping your energy totally and completely within you, okay? And I would even just go so far as to say abstinence, and making sure that you're focusing, going back, letting the record play backwards, so to speak. Letting your memories come back up of the things you've accomplished, the shadow work you've done. I mean, recount your whole journey, and this may be naturally happening for some of you, where it's like you're really starting to reminisce, and you're really starting to remember who you were and what you used to do and all of those, and it may be coming back up, but you're not finding yourself wanting to do it. But the reason it is because it's coming up for completion, for healing, to be removed permanently, because the record has been made new. You're being birthed new. This is a renewal, a rebirth. Your garments are new. And we're going to go through this several more times, but understand, your garments are new. The old tattered rags are gone. Man, I'm telling you, it's one of the moments, like when I was in church, when I was going to church, I was a youth minister and a minister of music. So, that's a praise break right there. I have to break it down. But it's like we're at this point, though, like I said, where we're saving our progress. So congratulations. I love you guys. Live in harmony and bliss. And I'll be talking to y'all soon. Love y'all.